we have been joined by our guest. Let me read out the names of our guests. I'm being joined by Thangminlal Dongal, researcher, scholar, National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration. Dr. Seeram Rajesh will also join us. Suhas Chakmaji is with us. He had been with us, Director, Rights and Risk Analysis Group. A very warm welcome to you. Okay. Mr. Chakma, you had joined me. Your first comment on these visuals.
Well,
I cannot play the visuals, let me tell you. As per the law, the directive, I will not be able to play the visual, but we are discussing the story, what has happened. Your comments on it.
The Prime Minister would not have spoken on this issue even after looking into the videos had the Supreme Court in the morning had not called the Attorney General and the Solicitor General that there will be specific orders which will be issued when the bench assembles at 10:30. So because the government knew about it, the Prime Minister decided to speak about it because he would not have anything left. He cannot save himself. The Prime Minister of the country would not have spoken on this issue had there not been an instruction from the Chief Justice of India that the Attorney General and Solicitor General of India must be present because Supreme Court is going to take so much action and is going to issue instruction. And those instructions have gone around 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning because the bench sits around 10:30. So when the Prime Minister knew that there was going to be a statement or there is going to be so much cognizance from the Chief Justice of India, from the Supreme Court, obviously he had to speak, because if the Prime Minister did not speak on this issue and Supreme Court had taken a suo motu action, then Prime Minister himself would have been strict. So that is why he spoke in a manner that is, in a way, it did not come, honestly, because there was no reference or there was no need to refer to Chhattisgarh or Rajasthan, which are ruled by the Congress party, because the situation, despite the incidents of rape in those two states, are not the same. And if you look at the statement today from the government of India, and the government of Manipur, one of the prime accused have been arrested. So for the last 76 days, since this incident had taken place, what have you been doing? It's very clear, if the government of India wants that the action should be taken, the situation should be brought under control, it can immediately be brought under control. That's why the accused has been arrested. And if this is the way it can function, so then the question would be asked, why have you not been intervening? Why have you not been issuing instruction to stop the riots? And I am telling you, irrespective of whatever the situation is in Manipur, irrespective of the involvement of the armed groups, if the central government wants the riot should be stopped, they can be stopped. You can deploy 400,000 troops. You can provide security for each and every person in that state and ensure that no riots take place. Riots are taking place because the state is involved in it and the state doesn't want to take action. It is not proven by us. It's proven by the action of the government of Manipur today that they have arrested this person. Please remember, these persons we are taken snatched from the custody of the police. The police very much knew who were the culprits. And what have you done till the videos have come? And as I said in the morning, what the government of India is doing. You are trying to shoot at the messengers. You take action against Elon Musk. You take action against Twitter so that nothing comes out. And that's what the government's intention is. And look at the FIR. The women who were raped, they were tribal women. So the first thing which you had to do is basically invoke the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act, because at this point of time, the accused are not Scheduled Tribes, and you do not invoke that particular law of this land, then what do? And you frame the FIR in a manner, I think there were some discussions prior to my joining. There are people who are part of the conspiracy. So all the people who were present there, who went and kidnapped these persons from the custody of the police, they are part of the criminal conspiracy. So if they are part of the criminal conspiracy, everybody, all those persons who were assembled, they can be charged. And why are you only filing a FIR against unknown person? Everybody knows. Every person who has been part of that crowd is part of the criminal conspiracy, and they can be charged with the same offense, which is the
so basically, Swaj ji, आप ये कह रहे हैं कि अगर willingness है, you can control the crowd. Willingness है, administration can take effect. Mr. Dongal, your opening comments on the video that has come out.
Yeah, the video that has been circulated since yesterday is really, really disheartening, and it pains all of us, and it really pains me as a human being in the first place, and also as a Kuki joke I mean, me belonging to a Kuki community. We have seen how after the filing of the FIR, actions has been initiated. However, only with the circulation of the video yesterday that spiraled or otherwise prompted, people in authorities or otherwise people in power to speak up. Otherwise, this story has been circulated way back in the month of May, towards the end of May, when the survivors had narrated their stories about the rape, about the murder, but then nothing has been initiated. I know it has outraged the country, everybody, and at the same time, although the video, on the other hand, has given or given the culprits or otherwise the victims to be, finding it hard to see the video, otherwise know that the video has been circulated. At the same time, to me, it is a blessing in disguise. Otherwise, this sort of outpour of uproar from those in authorities would not have been initiated. Now, if you look at the actions taken by the state government, which was obviously coming because of the prompt action by the central government, and which to my previous panelists have also clearly stated that it could have been prevented, it could have been stopped in the month of May itself. But because of the involvement of the state, things have spiraled into uncontrolled mode, and now it has spread far and wide. Now, if you look at the number of FIRs filed from the Kuki community on the atrocities that has been committed, I'd like to highlight few, if you allow me, because if you look at the ambulance which carried a Meitei lady and her child to Imphal, who needs medical attention because he was shot. The child was shot by a sniper. He was the lady was a Meitei belonging to Meitei community, married to a Kuki community. Just because she was married to a Kuki, the bullet was burned along with the lady and the child and the sister of the lady who was attending the child. Now, FIR is filed against that atrocity, but no action taken. Secondly, you have seen how a mentally challenged lady who was shot dead towards the beginning of this month. I think it was on the 5th of July, Imphal, in the heart of Imphal. But FIR was filed against those people committing the atrocities, but no action taken. If you look at, prior to that, David Thier was beheaded, and his head was hung on the village fence. And everybody was angry, everybody saw it, and this FIR was also filed against this crime, but today the criminals are still roaming free. And if we look at, on the 15th of July this month, you see another mentally challenged lady belonging to the Naga community was shot dead. And I'm told that her body was chopped off into 4 pieces. She belongs to the Naga community. And the next day, what happened? The state government took prompt action. All the culprits were apprehended, and there was a negotiation between the Naga organizations and also the Meiteis, and there was and the victim was adequately compensated by the so-called the Meitei community.